and we're back here at what we've named PBC Field for the next game today.
Less like a fog right now.
It is less like a fog, even though the fog, if you're viewing for the first time, the fog is pretty heavy here this morning. But we have in orange today. We have the Red Raiders, and then in gray we have the Terrapins. And Eric, this is still our youngest division
Yes.
in Upwards football. Okay.
So we have 4 in the younger division and 4 in the older. So
Okay.
that's why we have 2 games each Saturday.
Right.
There's a rotation of games that will be played with the different teams.
Uh-huh.
So basically they'll play 3 teams, and then that rotation continues on throughout the rest of the season. So they play a total of 8 games.
Nice. And this is week 4, so after today, we are halfway over the season.
Yes. So, we, like I mentioned before and mentioned for this game, that if there is a weather issue, it has to be pretty much a heavy downpour, and we will cancel the games for that Saturday, and there will not be a makeup day for those. It will just continue to go through the season.
Gotcha. So
just kind of explain what's going on, I guess, a little bit, if that's okay. That the referees will actually do a coin toss. So the visitor team will be able to call it in the air, and they get to choose whether they will defer or accept the ball at the first part of the half. So that's their choice to do what they want.
Okay. So the referee also, too, had prayer with the teams before each game. So that's a good way to get the game started and a good way to get the kids used to, hearing prayers and being around them and participating.
There's studies that have been done, like you remember like this is something the kids will remember for the rest of their life. Their first coach, their first experience of organized sports like this will be something that they'll just cherish, have some memories about, the first team and getting together like this. So a coach can be an influencer in a lot of ways by being a constant, because they're with them with practices, with the games, contacting usually throughout the week, just to get the all those details out.
Yeah. So for those of you once again maybe listening or tuning in to this game, so we have the gray team starting at the blue line. Each team starts at the blue line when their offense takes over. So we have a handoff here. We have a fake handoff. We have another handoff running to the left side of the field. And we got orange trying to get the corner. But we have the ref calling.
Oh, yeah, and that was a call that was called flag guarding.
Right.
It's if you have your hands that are kind of trying to keep people away from the flag, or if you hold the ball too far down and it's covering the flags, then they'll call that as well.
Right. So I was saying, so now it'll be second down. Each team has 4 downs to get to the mid white line. If they get to the middle white line, then it is a new set of downs. So now we have a handoff, double handoff, up the gut. He's doing a nice job of covering the ball right up the middle. We have Gray running.
The ball.
That's going to be a score for 50.
Touchdown.
So he reached the opposite end of the field with the white line. So that will be 6 points. Now the team has a choice. They can either go for 1 point on the blue line, which is 5 yards. Yeah, Gray just scored. Or they could go for 2 points at 10 yards. Looks like we're going for 1. So the coaches are getting their team set up. Coaches are getting their boys in position. Officials do a nice job of making sure there's 3 boys on the line, or girls, I should say, players. Some of our leagues, this is co-op. We do have boys and girls.
Yeah. Especially in our older league.
And they're mixed together. Mm-hmm. So we have a hike, handoff, 25 on the outside. Looks like he's cutting back. We have a score by number 25 for the gray team. So that'll take it to 7-0. So on turnover or turnover and downs, or I should say just after a score, when the other team takes offense, they're going to start on the opposite blue line.
Yeah. So that's 5 yards away. So they start 5 yards away, and then it's about 55 yards to score.
Yeah.
And
So,
of course, we have the white line in the middle as our first down marker. So, like, if you cross that white line in the middle of the field, you get a first down and have
right.
4 more plays.
So Gray's set, ready to go. Orange offense is coming up. Orange does have a substitute player today, so they had some couple kids out. So
that's what I really appreciate about the league. We're all kind of trying to help each other out and give people opportunity, and we don't want somebody to feel like they don't have enough players for whatever reason. Maybe there's a sickness, maybe there's just vacations, different things like that. So helping out the teams. There is a spirit of, hey, let's work together on this.
So we had hike. All right, so now we're going to have a toss to the Gray, to the outside. And number 95 is wrapped up and stopped by number 50 on Gray. We're going to be second down on the same exact spot. Gray's talking, or Orange, is talking. They're going to get their play set here. I know the coaches do work on several different plays.
Yeah, so and I would say they keep it kind of basic for the younger kids, but like a lot of the teams in the division I coach, the older division, we actually use the armbands that actually have the plays on the armbands.
Nice.
And actually, we'll show plays during the huddle time. A coach, or at least our coach, will actually show the plays for the players to see exactly what they're doing.
We got to run to the outside.
Nice flag pull. Nice raising it up. Again, it's great to see kids when they pull the flag to raise it up high. Something I probably need to tell my kids more often, but it's great to see that he pulled the flag, raised it up. And again, the idea of that too is you don't have to worry about pulling the flag hard. You just squeeze the flag, and the momentum of the player will help you pull that out. And you usually hear a popping sound, so it really helps the refs out too.
Okay, so we got third down here, and we still got probably a good 20 yards to go. Got a hike to Orange, and we got a forward toss to Orange, but we got a drop ball. So dead play called by the officials. So it's going to be fourth down. So we got the line operator is changing to fourth down. A line
from
judge.
Emotion from the announcer.
Sometimes it's easy to get lost into the game. I did the down marker last week, I believe it was. And
that was something I think we added 2 years ago.
It's nice.
We didn't have that when we first started.
That's
really
nice.
Been a help, that you don't have to worry about having the whole chain out here.
Yeah.
Which, kind of be weird anyhow, because you only have one first down area that you can get a first down. But just having that down marker, definitely helps communicate, okay, this is the fourth play and where the ball is spotted.
And the fans get to know where it is. And looks like we're going to go for a pass here. We did get a nice throw, but almost an interception.
Yeah, sorry.
At number 9 on Gray. So now we're going to have a turnover and downs. We're going to switch the field location.
Yeah, that ball is getting wet. You can see the refs are kind of having a towel to kind of dry it off because the field is still damp from the fog.
Yeah. So once again, we have the home team today, Orange, as the Red Raiders. And we have the Gray team here as the away team as the Terrapins. And we have a score of 0-7 for the away team, the Terrapins.
Like you mentioned earlier, it is a beautiful field. This field has really held up well. I mean, think about that. We've halfway through, and our field's still holding in pretty well. You can see a little bit of rough spots here and there, but not too bad, really.
Right. Yeah. There's a few darker spots. Just it happens in your field and your grass. And you get different kinds of grass. And
you got to think that we have 8 practices a week
Yeah.
that happen here.
Uh-huh.
So because there are 8 teams that we have, and then of course all the games that we play on Saturday.
Right. And people using it throughout the week at other times. Kids just coming up and playing on the field.
And actually, we have
With a
2
tosser.
practices before our first game. So we have, well, I'm sorry. I think there's 11 practices total. So we must have 3 practices before our first game. That gives us a chance to get everybody used to it, get kind of really that hour of practice goes by fast to work on defense, offense,
my goodness.
all the things we try to work with them on.
Yeah. The third down here for our gray team here. They're going to try to do something here. We have still yards to get. They've got a nice handoff to the outside, giving it to definitely one of their speedier kids. And he squeezes through the middle.
Yeah.
50's catching up, but I don't think.
Nice try.
So that was a nice run for.
I was really proud of the defense for not giving up on that
Right.
play. They kept going after it, even if they couldn't catch up to him. But that was a great run.
It was a nice run. So that's going to take our score up to now to 13-0 for the Terrapins. And they're going to, looks like they're going to go for the 1 point extra play.
Yeah, I think it's a good time to say, too, if anybody would ever want to help out with the Upward program, there's plenty of spots to help out with it, whether it be announcing players' names. We do a pregame where everybody gets recognized.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let this play go. And then
we got a handoff. Looks like we're going to maybe have a throw to the end zone.
Oh, nice try. That was
a nice
pass.
Nice throw, but it was dropped in the end zone. So that's going to be still kept at 13. And so our orange team's going to take over after we get the ball wiped off here a little bit.
Yeah, and if you'd like to referee, we actually, it's not a whole lot, but we try to give the refs a little something for each game for their time. So, it's not a whole lot, but we try to do that a little bit at the end of the season. We'll give them a little bit of money for thanking them for their effort there.
This reffing or even help coach or whatever.
Oh, definitely coaching
would be great. If you know somebody who's like junior high or high school athlete that wants to kind of get involved and give back to younger kids.
Yep.
Even just running the down markers and things like that would be, or
every little bit helps.
If you're a grandparent and you like to watch, or if you just enjoy watching sports and helping out younger kids and giving back to the community, because we have a handoff here to Orange and we got a flag pull, so gained about a yard here.
Yeah, like you're saying, I mean, whether it's helping out with concession stand or whether it's helping out with the down marker or announcing or running the clock, any of those would be a great help. We use our tunnel that we set up on the mornings to let the kids run through when their names are announced. Even if you'd want to come and help set that up and tear it down at the end or do one of those, that would be great. But all those things, we just try to get everybody involved, and the more help, the better it is.
Right. So we have a score at the end of the first period of 0 for the home team, the Red Raiders, and 13 for the away team, the gray Terrapins today.
So again, just to explain how we do it here, we have 9-minute quarters. The clock continually runs. Each team has a timeout per half, 1 timeout. Then in the second and fourth quarter, with a minute left to go, the clock will stop for incomplete pass, out of bounds, things like that.
So it does help the games to kind of keep moving along, and helps people just to keep everything active and going, so there's not a lot of lag time.
Yeah.
So teams are coming back on the field to start the second quarter. So we're going to have second down here. Teams are coming back on, approaching the ball. Second down here for the Red Raiders. And once again, they got to make their way to the white middle line for their next set of downs to be a first down. So they're going to come up to the ball here, and it looks like they already got their play figured out. Coaches are instructing. Coaches do stay on the field to help the players.
The biggest thing is we try not to get in the way. So
right.
I've been caught watching the play develop and not keeping myself out.
So we have like a triple fake handoff there, but we got to run up the middle, and we have a flag pull. So a gain of maybe 3 yards or so. Clock start. We're going to get the clock rolling here. As you hear the coach on defense instructing, pull flags, pull flags. That's the goal of the defense, is just to pull those flags, which kind of represents a tackle for traditional football. That would be where you are at.
Yeah, and just to keep in mind, the flags are down to your side, and the flags need to be able to be accessible so they can be pulled. So, the defense is just kind of going that way. One of the things that's a key for defense, too, is to get in front of the player is the first step. Sometimes players want to kind of that was a good.
So official called there that's basically guarding flags, shoving the hands away from the flag.
Yeah, flag guarding is one of those things that's hard to teach, because you appreciate the aggressiveness that they want to try to fight for extra yardage, but they need to understand that, hey, they need to just keep running, keep going, and you let your feet and your legs take you where you need to go.
Right.
Sometimes if they focus too much on the other players, the defenders and stuff, they can really cause themselves to slow down and then be caught.
Right. All right, so Red Raiders are coming up to the ball. Looks like they got their play figured out. Got a hike. Now we got a handoff right up the middle, and he's going to 95. He's going to hit to the outside.
Go.
He's got a good run. Oh, we got a tackle. We got a tackle by mistake. That's okay. He fell down. Non-intentional, but we're going to call the ball there. So that'll be turnover on down. So the defense is going to now switch to offense, and we're going to move to the other end of the field. So the Terrapins are going to take over on their blue line at the end of the field.
If I can take an opportunity to invite anybody that may be watching this, that we have an Oktoberfest tomorrow night. I think it starts at 5:30. Is that 5:30 or 5,
Yep.
Adam? I think 5:30. We have a potluck meal, and we have a lot of activities like a hay ride. There'll be ice cream, different things like that going on.
I believe it starts at 5.
5? Okay.
Right, because play practice ends at 5.
Well, I'm just a pastor here. I don't know what.
You're just a pastor here. You don't know what time things start. Yeah, so come out.
Yeah, bring your lawn chairs and kind of be a chance for you to kind of hang out or camping chairs.
So we have a hike here to the back. Looks like we're going Gray going out for a pass, but it's an incomplete there. Good try, though, for the Gray team, the Terrapins. So we're going to be second and down now. Also, too, another just time, if you are listening in new, we do have sponsorships for Upwards Football. There's different levels of sponsorships that you can participate and donate to, and certain levels will get you a banner, will get your name announced or your company announced during the game, and all the proceeds go to the Upward Sports programs. So we have a hike here. Looks like we got another pass. Nice pass, but just a dropped.
Yeah, and as you were saying about the sponsorship, that goes to help us to try to maybe add a roof to this. We have a press box here, and then we have concession down below. We'd like to use that money for enclosing the concession and providing a roof in the future for our press box. They're just trying to, again, elevate the league and trying to make it nice for the kids and the families that come and make it efficient for us as volunteers to help out with it.
True. So we have another hike here. Looks like they really want that pass. Oh, good defense there by number 50, but 25 still almost snagged that ball. Went right in his hands.
Yeah. Anchor Realty is one of those sponsors that you're mentioning.
Oh, nice.
So they actually donated. We actually have their banner up on the side of the press box, and we want to thank them for sponsoring us for this season.
Definitely check out Anchor Realty for all of your home buying needs, buying, selling, appraisals. I'm sure they do it all. So we got 4th down here. I'm guessing that they're going to go for another run here. And so number 86, I believe, going to get to the outside. He has a shot. He's got one guy, and he does sneak by him. He does sneak by. He's got a trailer of people following.
Nice flagpole.
He does get a flagpole right at the end.
That was a great run. He kept going.
He had a convoy following him down the field.
And if I could encourage the person that was on the defensive side of the ball, don't let him just run by you. Just slow him down, stay in front of him.
Right.
And then use your hands on either side to be ready to pull that flag. But good effort overall. That was really good.
That was a nice run.
And it was a great run on the defensive part to keep it going.
Right.
I'm not sure what that player was, but he didn't stop.
Yeah.
He caught up to him.
So we're going to have a turnover on downs here. 1st down for the Orange Red Raiders. And we have about 3 minutes left.
Actually, that was the 1st down.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Crossed the white
I'm
line.
sorry. Yeah,
that's all right.
My mistake. Yeah, so it's a 1st down for the Terrapins. I got 2 involved in the game there. So it's still 13-0. So we have a hike. They're going for that pass again. There it is. He got that pass and a score by number 50. He
kind of bobbled in his arms or in his hands, but then he picked it right up. Didn't he?
Stayed with it.
Yeah, he stayed with it. Good concentration.
So that's nice. And as we said in the first game, you don't see a lot of throwing in this younger league.
No.
It's more running because the kids are learning and quite honestly, a lot of kids haven't developed the skill of throwing and catching yet. So
yeah, but that number 3, he's doing pretty well at throwing the ball.
So they wanted to go after it.
Looks like they're going to go for one.
Right. So once again, after a score, the teams can decide to go for 1 extra point from the blue line, which is 5 yards, or they could go for 2 extra points from 10 yards out. And there is no field goal kicking. So it looks like they're going for the 1 here. And they're hiking. Some teams do a side hike.
Yes.
But it looks like we're doing the traditional between the leg hike. Well, semi-traditional.
More of a stand-up and side.
More of a stand-up and side pass. And nice flag pull by 99 there.
Yeah, good job.
92 had the ball. 95. Sometimes the numbers are hard to see from the angles. We got 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the second quarter. And the Red Raiders are going to attempt to get the ball down the field. But as mentioned prior, we will have clock stoppage in the last minute of this quarter.
For incomplete passes, out of bounds.
Now, what about runs? Do they stop on a flagpole?
No.
Okay.
The clock keeps going.
Right. And then coaches do have 1 timeout to burn. Okay. Red Raiders side hike. We're throwing fake handoff. We got number 50 coming.
That was like a triple fake.
He's going to go to the outside, but running out of room. Tiptoeing down the sideline.
Hey, clock stops.
He took it with him.
Oh, did he? Oh, there he goes.
So we have a tiptoe down the sideline, and we got about maybe 15 yards there. So we're hustling back. So we got the Red Raiders with 45 seconds left. Got about 20 yards or so to get to the 1st down marker. .45 seconds left in the half. Still a score of 0 for the Red Raiders and 19 for the Terrapins.
Again, just to kind of explain on offense, you need 3 on the line,
Mhm.
and so that needs to be near the football so you can use your center and 2 wide receivers.
Fake. Now we got to run up the middle, but we got a double flag pull there.
Yeah.
So 38 seconds left. The clock's going to keep running. So he'll either have to burn a timeout here or they're going to have to hustle up on the ball.
Yeah. Hopefully the coaches are aware of the time and how much time is left here.
Mm-hmm. Looks like this might be our last play of the half. 19 seconds left.
Yeah, the clock is moving and players are trying to get position.
10 seconds left here. We got a hike. We got run to the corner, but then there's no room there on the corner. Out of bounds, but
too bad that was like 2 seconds left, and then you can have one more play. Good effort, though. Good effort.
Nice try. So we are at halftime now with our second game here at PBC Field on this still kind of foggy morning. And we have a score of 0 for the home team, the Red Raiders, and 19 for the Terrapins, our visiting team. And we'll have our devotion on the field and be back here in a few moments. For the second half.
I just keep my chair.
And we have the handoff. The Red Raiders are starting, but I think we got some confusion here.
Yeah.
Well, looks like they want to go for a pass. Oh, we have a drop there. But little shaky start for the second half here. If you're just now joining us or whatnot, the score is 0 for the Red Raiders and 19 for the Terrapins, who are the visiting team today. We got a kid down, but he's getting helped up by his coach.
Wasn't an injury?
No. I think it was just a
Not sure if I want to play today.
not sure if I'm playing or not. So that's all right. 96 there. He's getting set. He wants to get a flag or so. So the goal here is we have a hike here. It looks like we're going to stick to the pass.
Yeah, there's
They're
quite a
going
bit of
out.
passing
Nice
in
throw.
this age, or these two teams
Yeah.
like to pass it in this age group. Usually, we see a lot more runs.
I'm gonna say since we're about halfway through the season, maybe teams are getting a little more comfortable in throwing the ball, and so they're going to be throwing the ball a little more. So we're going to have third down here, about the same spot. Once again, we have to get to the white line for be a first down.
Yeah, so there's one first down and upwards, so you get maximum of 8 chances.
So we got orange coming up to the ball. Once again, we have a running clock. This quarter, the clock will run constantly. We have 7 minutes and 44 seconds left. Gray's got a long way to go. I'm going to assume we'll see a run here, though, with 2 failed pass attempts. Oh,
nope.
We're going
Passing
for the throw again. And we do have a catch by number 50 on the outside.
He's going.
And he's getting up the edge.
Out of bounds.
But that was a nice run. Nice pass and toss.
Yeah.
Run by 50. And I'm thinking he hit the edge line. So it did get him about halfway there. They are sticking to that pass. But it worked out well for him that time. So we got fourth down here at PBC Field. The fog has finally almost lifted here.
I was going to say, I think
almost
it's still
at 11 o'clock.
At a short distance, it's still hanging around.
It is hanging around, but we can finally now see a little bit further away.
Yeah. I don't know how much cameras actually get a pick up here or not, but yeah, it's been really fun doing this. I want to thank Pastor Adam for setting us all up for us.
Sure. Definitely so. And we got tossed there, but that didn't work.
Incomplete pass.
We're going to have a turnover on downs, and the ball is going to go to the Terrapins. Yeah. So, yeah, if you're enjoying this broadcast on YouTube here, make sure you comment and say that you really enjoyed it. And this will kind of give Pastor Adam a little bit of drive to maybe keep it going.
Yeah, and the reason why we didn't announce it, we just want to kind of get our feet wet, I guess.
Yeah,
we wanted to kind of try it out, work out some kinks, see how it would work out.
Definitely a trial by fire.
Yeah.
If you're somebody who might be interested in helping out and do something like this, we have people who run the camera. I mean, down the road, it might even be somewhere where we could have a camera on the field or somebody in the middle. So the Terrapins here are trying to get their hikes situated here. Once again, 3 on the line. Offense has to have 3 on the line. And we do have a running clock.
Yeah, so that, as you say, 3 on the line, it's your center, and it's maybe 2 wide receivers that you would have. And actually, we haven't seen it in this league, and we may see it a little bit in the next league, but you could actually have one person in motion. You still have to have 3 on the line, but you could actually have one person move in the backfield.
So now we have a nice handoff. Number 9, he's trucking up the field, and he has a fall. He gets about 7 or 8 yards.
Yeah, that was a really good run.
That was a nice run.
And again, and like I've said before, you don't need to get it all at one time. If you don't need a home run every time.
You just keep chipping away.
Chipping away, yeah. Keep going. Keep moving forward. So get yourself in a position where you can get to that first down marker.
Right. Oh, nice loud call there by the quarterback. We have a handoff to 96. He's running up the gut, but he does get.
Yeah, I've been surprised at how much been effective running up the gut in this league.
Yeah.
Not just an outside run, but in the middle. I think that kind of throws off because I think the players are expecting that.
And that was a nice run like you've talked about last game, this game. He didn't worry about his flags. He wasn't looking back. He just kept running.
Yeah.
And he got an extra few yards just by doing that.
Yeah, don't slow down and stop. If you haven't had your flag pulled or you haven't heard a whistle blown, keep running, keep going.
Right.
If you got the ball, just keep moving.
So we have a double fake handoff. Looks like we're going for a pass.
Oh, nice opportunity there.
96 just couldn't pull it in.
So they have the choice whether they want to punt, which the other team will get it back further, or they can go for it.
Or they can go for the 4. I'm going to take a stab here and say they're going to go for it since they're so close.
Yeah, I'd say they're about 10 yards
I'd
away
say about 10 yards. We don't have lines to measure, but they're about the same distance. Now, from the blue to the white, it is 5 yards.
Yep.
So yeah, that looks about a 10-yard distance here. So it looks like we got a double fake here, and we're going for the pass. He does have a man open. Nice throw, but it did
that was
drop
a good
it.
pass.
Yes, it was. So what's going to happen here now is it's a turnover on downs. So the Red Raiders are going to get the ball, but they're going to go to their end of the field and be starting on the blue line. So everyone's hustling down. We do have 3 minutes left in our third quarter with the score of 0-19.
Again, just to talk a little bit about this league, we've been doing this for 7 years. This is our 7th season of doing flag football.
That's amazing.
And Ron Anderson's been our upward director for all 7 years. Actually,
that's awesome.
To give you a little bit of history here as they take an official timeout, we actually started with different people involved. We had Tim Ansel was involved, and as our coach commissioner when we started. Then we had Jesse Joseph as our referee commissioner.
Oh, wow.
So we had a full team, and we actually went to a training in Columbus, I believe it was, that we went to be trained in Upward and to get to know more about it and help us get started. And we had Del Venom as our cheerleader coach. So we have a whole new group of people that volunteer now, that Ron is still leading the helm. And I've actually had the opportunity to coach here for 7 seasons.
That's
so
awesome.
This is my 7th season. So all my kids have actually been through the program and have moved on. Actually, my youngest son is actually playing football for South this year on the freshman team.
Nice. So that's a good example, like we talked in the first game, that one thing Upwards does is that it helps introduce kids to football at an earlier age than they can play recreational football for schools and such. And we do see kids go on and play sports for schools and rec teams, and that's one thing that it does.
And that was what was really cool, how I got involved with the program and kind of felt like God was moving us in that direction here at Porterfield. Was really, it started with my son Xavier, my oldest son. He wanted to play basketball for a North Parkersburg Baptist. They had a Upward basketball program, and so he was like telling his mom he wanted to play there. I had no idea about the program, and finding out more about it and going there, I was just like, this is just awesome. You get to work with your community, invite your community to be a part of it. You're providing a really nice service because a lot of the kids a lot of parents want to see their kids involved in something. So it looks like they're passing again there.
Yeah,
catch.
So we do have a throw, but nice catch, but nice flag pull there on 96. So that'll take us up to 3rd down.
So it was in that program that my son was participating that made me really start appreciating the program, understanding the program, how they do devotions, how they have halftime speakers, and that the gospel was being shared. And so it was a really neat opportunity with that. And really felt like getting involved, and I became a coach there doing basketball. And Fellowship Baptist started doing soccer. So we had our kids involved in that a few years, but then they started flag football. And I was like, wow, this is really neat. And so I actually coached there for 1 season before we moved and started developing this here to start coaching a year after that.
So Red Raiders are coming up to the line, 4th down, and they have a long way to go here. So we have a fake handoff. Now we have another handoff coming in. Number 5, trying to get some running room with the ball, trying to make some room. He's going to cut to the other side of the field, and he's going to move up to the middle and be surrounded and have his flags pulled. So nice attempt there for number 5. Good try.
And like we said before, we've got all kinds of different age groups, and we got different skills. And like you mentioned, some of the kids don't have never played on a team before. So we've got some 4th graders, 4-year-olds or 5-year-olds that have never played anything like this.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score of 0-19. The Red Raiders are down, but that's okay. They have a chance to come back here. So we'll have just a minute and a half or so break, to get a drink, and then we'll come back out and start the fourth quarter here.
While we're in this pause here,
That's the end of the third quarter. The score 19 to nothing.
so one of the things what we have happening here at Porterfield Baptist Church tomorrow is our Fall Fest, 5 o'clock, and we'd love for you to come and bring your chairs with you. We'll have a potluck dinner, so if you want to bring some type of food item to bring with you as you come, but we'll have a great evening. There'll be hay rides and different activities. There'll be actually the areas where kids will be able to do the fish pond. There'll be ice cream and just different activities throughout the whole evening just to bring your whole family and enjoy it. So we invite you to come to that Fall Fest tomorrow night here at Porterfield.
And, of course, we have services tomorrow morning. If you don't attend anywhere or you're wanting to visit, we have contemporary or traditional service at 9:15 in the morning. And then we have a contemporary service at 11 o'clock. And we have Sunday school classes. And there's a leadership class going on right now. We have life groups throughout the week. And a lot of opportunities for people to just find something they want to get involved in. The kids classes every Sunday, Wednesday.
Well, if I can share, since you mentioned that, the leadership class just finished up.
Yeah,
but there's actually an intentional parenting class.
Oh, yes.
That starts tomorrow morning. So if you'd like to be a part of that intentional parenting class, their workbooks are $10, and you can bring your money when you come.
Yep.
You can come to that if you'd like to learn more about parenting and just the ins and outs of that. There's a really good guy. His name's Doug Fields. He's been in youth ministry for years and has a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge to share. And it's a really good program. So come to that. It's 5 weeks.
Right. So we got first play of the fourth quarter going to be starting here. Once again, a 9-minute running clock, except for the last minute will be stopped on drop passes and out of bounds. And we have the Terrapins taking over on their 5-yard line here. Nice call out by the quarterback. Looks like we want that throw again. And we got a little toss, but we have an incomplete pass. So that's going to be second down.
Yeah, they've been really working the pass today on both teams.
They've been doing a nice job today.
So our next game will be in the older division. That'll be at 11:30. And that'll be 3rd grade through 8th grade. And I know some people are like, wow, that's a huge gap. But usually we have about 5 or 6 that are from the 7th and 8th grade group. Most of the kids are from that 3rd through 5th or 6th grade group.
Yeah. So we have second down here. Nice call out by the quarterback. Nice and loud. Still trying to find a guy. Looks like we're throwing backwards. So number 9 is going to take it for the run to the right side. Cuts back up to the middle to the left side.
Oh, he's
weaving
got
and
some
bobbing
room
through. We do have a good angle there on 19 and 96. Nice job. But he did get that first down. So if you're watching, once again, he did cross the white line. So that's going to take us to first down. Our down marker over there is moving a little slow, but he's going to get up there. I'll tell him to run next game. I can do that, though, since that's my kid. So, so nice run there. Nice change of field and had the defense moving, and defense is ready to go.
Like I've said before, if you get your defense to stay home a little bit, and that way they're not playing out of position, you want your defense to be able to.
Right. You got to cover as sometimes they say, cover your lanes. You got to keep those lanes of traffic covered. Nice call out again by the quarterback. Nice and loud. Nice little pass, but we got a drop there. I think that ball is still a little bit wet today, but they're still trying to do a good job of drying it off.
Well, and you see this in a professional game, college game, that a lot of times people will try to run without the ball.
Yeah.
Like the first job is to catch it and then take steps. And sometimes that happens where you're not focused on catching the ball first. You want to kind of just run or move without the ball.
Second down here for the Terrapins. Still a score of 0-19. We've kind of had a stalemate over the past
Yeah, it stayed pretty consistent.
And
here.
another throw.
And I
but
think it may be just the Terrapins just giving a chance to
I think so.
throw it out and air it out with the passing game. Maybe try to improve that area instead of just running it.
Right. But there's still time. We have 6 minutes left in the third quarter still.
And again, and just a reminder, if you ever get a chance
Fourth
to come
quarter,
and check out one of these games, I think you'd enjoy it. So it doesn't have to be somebody to come to one of these. You can feel free to come and watch
Right.
and help out. Again, we need down markers to hold the down marker, which has been a great addition for us. And if you'd like to help ref or work concessions, but the concession stand is always open, and they had some really good sausage and gravy biscuits there.
Right. I had one this morning for breakfast. I knew I was coming, so I said I'm gonna get sausage gravy
Now,
for
now
breakfast.
do we as commentators actually get like free stuff
well,
down there?
you know
or-
what? I actually paid. Our sound guys pay, our crew pays, so all the money goes to proceeds though. So I don't mind paying, but
Exactly.
Next live stream will get paid.
I'm thinking. I know they have hot dogs with sauce too, so that's hard to pass over.
Yeah.
So I might have to.
And like you said,
Get
the
some
money goes
lunch.
back into the program that helps us provide some scholarships for kids that
Right.
can't afford the
Right,
registration.
which I think is great
or
to help out kids who can't pay.
Yeah. And you think about what you get for the money.
Nice handoff here. We got to run to the right side. Orange is kind of a little timid, but nice
Oh,
flag
nice
pull
flag
by
pull.
19 on Orange there.
Good job raising it up too, like I've mentioned before.
Mhm. That was a nice flag pull. I think sometimes too the kids have to learn. They'll run, and as soon as they get close, they'll get timid and slow down because
Yeah.
I think they're so afraid of knocking into someone. And that's just another skill they got to learn how to overcome.
Yeah. But, like we've talked about, flag football is just a great entry point for them to
Mhm.
learn teamwork, working on some skills like how to make proper cuts, how to work on defense as far as running backwards and keeping things in front of you, looking towards the quarterback or to the receiver that you're watching. Just a lot of different skills. I mean, just even lining up on the offensive side or defensive side, knowing where to be.
Right.
Those are all skills that kind of really help out. And again, the more you know, the better you can get.
Right. So we got a kind of a double handoff here. Trying to find some room to run. Number 50 is a fill-in for this game. Getting around the corner, but he did get a flag pull. So that play just kind of broke down a little too slow there. So Gray did a good job of staying home and not chasing. We have 3 minutes and 36 seconds left here in our fourth quarter. Red Raiders are trying to get on the scoreboard before the end of the game here.
Yeah, I'd love to see them score because
Right.
I know that really kind of just helps your momentum.
It
And
encourages
just encourages them. Yeah, as a team. So it'd be great to see them punch it in here.
Still have quite a few fans here for the second game. Most of the sidelines full.
Well, and what's great is you have a lot of parents showing up for the next games, but they get to be also watching this game. So it's kind of
Oh,
neat.
we have a fake handoff here, but a fumble, but he's still going to pick it up and run. Number 5. Number 5 is going to try to turn it upfield. Now he's switching back.
Oh, he's going the other way.
He's coming back the whole other way. Now he wants to cut up the center, running out of room. Still going. And flag pull by number 50 there on the Terrapins. So good try by number 5 there. Still got a third down here. The officials are going to set the ball again. We're still on that 5-yard line. Once again, that's the line that they start off on. 5 yards from the touchdown, and they have to make it about 30 yards or so, I would say, to the center line.
As we think about just different advancements that we have done over the years. So one, we added a tunnel for the kids to run through.
Yeah,
I think
that's
that was like
awesome.
in our second or third year that we had the league. We added a stand for our scoreboard across the field.
Mm-hmm.
We actually, I love the fact that we came up with the idea of having these storage bins so we can put our footballs and different things in that. We also use them for our tunnel to put the tunnel in.
Awesome. So we
And
have
then
a
we got-
run to the corner
go.
here. Sorry. Run to the corner here by the Red Raiders, but a flag pull. So that's going to take us to 4th down.
So these benches that we had, the blue benches, we actually had ones that folded up that were just gray.
Mhm.
They didn't have a back to them. and you'd often sometimes see the kids flip them over.
Oh man.
And
yeah. So the solid, sturdy benches are nice.
yeah, and so we leave those out all year round.
Right.
But yeah, that's really been a nice addition for us. And again,
Nice.
that's again, we just want to continue to elevate this. So the money that's given, the church gives. We have a budget line item for that. For upward ministry, so part of that money goes to that, and then of course we do basketball too. We don't just do flag football. We partner with a church called Tunnel United Methodist, and registration for that usually happens around December.
Right.
So if you're interested in doing that, and again, like you said about flag football, this isn't just for boys. If girls want to participate, they can participate too. And we do have cheerleading for flag football during flag football time.
Almost an interception there by number 50. We tried the pass. So we're going to switch downs here, go first down. The officials are running down the field. He likes to beat the kids down the field every time. We have 46 seconds left in our game. The Terrapins are going to take over. Once again, for those of you maybe thinking about coming to a game or whatever, there is concessions. They have all kind of different foods, breakfast stuff. Then they have lunch items, and it's not expensive. So you can come watch a game, watch somebody play, watch your grandkids, your neighbor kids. You can have
even if
food.
you don't have it, if you don't know kids, or it's great just to come support and just see what this is about.
So we have a nice hike here. We have a nice little toss. Number 25. He's bobbing and weaving through the middle. I think he made it through.
He broke through.
And I think he's going to go for the score, even though he is getting chased by lots of orange jerseys.
And again, as
nice run.
We've talked a lot about that, but just don't slow down. Keep running. Don't give up. Just because you're surrounded doesn't mean that they'll get your flag.
True.
Keep moving forward.
So we have a score of 25-0 with 29 seconds left in the game. And the Terrapins are going to go for one, it looks like.
Like we mentioned before, this season we've had different sponsors, or at least one sponsor so far this season, to help us with our, hopefully be able to add a roof to the building for our press box, and maybe close the concession stand in. Anchor Realty is a part of that, doing that for us this year. So they donated some money to help us out. So we really appreciate them.
Right.
Looks like they get it. Oh, what happened there? Flagpole.
Flagpole right on
Just
the line,
before.
I think.
Yep.
So that's going to stop.
Yep. So that'll keep the score at 25-0.
We have 29 seconds left. So the Red Raiders are going to get one more shot at this. So hopefully they got a little trickery play or something to pull out here to try to get one score.
I think they
before
should
the
give
game.
it to 50 and see what he can do with it.
I think that would be a good try. Or let him throw it. I know we've been working on passing at our house. We've been working on running and catching and keep on moving, not stopping.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's good. Yeah, and a lot of times, again, it's great to have some really cuts and things, but really you just need one cut and then go.
You got to throw. Oh, he threw an interception to Gray. They kind of saw that coming. That's that. We talked about the first game. That's that thing that they just have to learn.
You can't stare down your receiver.
You got to keep moving. You got to learn that muscle memory. But you'll see big improvements over even just the course of the one season.
You'll see in the next game with the older group that there'll be a lot more when the wide receivers go out for passes. Yeah. They'll usually make a break. So at some point, whether it's a crossing route, so you run hard to that point, and then you cross and you turn, and then that way you hopefully get yourself open. So you may see a crossing route, you may see a slant route.
True.
You could even have a deep route. But you want to try to get free of the defense. And if you can do that and time it right, the quarterback knows where you're going.
Right.
They can anticipate that and throw it to you before you even get to the spot.
So 15 seconds left. We have a stop at about the 4-yard line. We might get one last play in here if they hurry really quick. We got 5 seconds left on the clock. Looks like that's going to be it, folks.
Yeah,
So
good
that's
game.
the end of the game.
Would
Nice
like to
game.
see the other team score,
Right.
but hey, you know, sometimes it doesn't happen.
Right. Nice game by both the teams. Looks like we have a final score of 0 for the Red Raiders and 25 for the Terrapins. So that is the end of our second game here today at PBC Fields on this.
So yeah, the
Saturday
next game
morning.
will actually move to the older division, and that'll be 3rd grade through 8th grade.
Right. And that will approximately start here in another 10 minutes or so. As
Yeah.
these teams are going to do a good job of shaking hands. They're going to tell each other good job. They're going to have a couple seconds to meet with their coach to talk about the game, and everything will get reset for the
I
next
guess
couple
too something we could talk about. I don't know how much time we have left, but for this game, but to talk, but we do a kind of like a not a reward, but a recognition at
Right.
the end of the game, and so we give out stars.
Awesome.
And to just kind of notify them as far as, hey, we saw good defense, we saw good
Mhm.
offense. There's also a star for Christ likeness, if we saw
Nice.
that. If there's another one that's orange, that's for leadership.
Okay.
And there's a blue one for effort for
Nice.
those that you saw give a good effort. So there's different stars that we can hand out to give them.
And do the players keep those stars?
Yes.
Are they like a plastic material, or
It's
is
just
it
more like a sticker.
Oh, okay.
And so
Okay.
they can either put them on their flags, or actually this year Ron gave out like a thing that they can take home, put it on their wall, and
Oh,
then
I
they can
got you.
stick it
Nice.
on there.
All right. So we'll be back here for the next game in a few minutes here.